Hi there. Okay, in this video we're going to learn about variables. We're going to learn about identifiers, and we're going to learn about comments. Now, actually this is the comment, alright? So what I'm writing here is a comment. You can write a comment with these two slashes, okay? And you can even write multi-line comments using slash, asterisk, asterisk, slash, and then go down, and in between write multi-line comments. Okay, so this way you can write multi-line comments, this way you can write single line comments. Okay, so we already covered our comments, which is great. Okay, we can learn about variables, identifiers. We already learned about comments, which is great. What else we can learn? We're going to learn about statements. So these are pretty basic, pretty simple to understand things, but these names can be a little bit intimidating if you're an absolute beginner, but you will get used to it over time, and it's good to know these things, what they mean. Okay, so let's create a variable first. In JavaScript, you can create a variable using var. So let's create a variable called message. Okay, so this is a variable. Okay, this is a variable. We use var operator, and this is the name of this variable, and this is called identifiers. Okay, identifier is a name of a variable. It can be a name of a function as well, which we will create soon. Okay, so this is the identifier. By the name we can understand it identifies, you know? So operator, identifier, and semicolon. Semicolon is what terminates the JavaScript statement. Okay, so this is a JavaScript statement. Let's create another one. Variable sum equals to 1 plus 1. Okay, so we use the var operator, and we gave it a name, which is also known as identifier, and we use the equal, which is assignment operator. Okay, just like var operator helps us create a variable, equal operator helps us assign the value from the right. Whatever is on the right, that is assigned to this variable. Okay, so 1 plus 1. So this is the statement. The whole thing is a JavaScript statement, and every time you create a JavaScript statement, you end the statement with the semicolon. The semicolon, if you don't put it, JavaScript will do it automatically behind the scene, but it's always a good practice to do it rather than relying on the interpreter to do this stuff. Okay, so if we try to see the status of this one, we can say console.log. Now this command you will use for the rest of your life if you're going to be writing JavaScript code. Okay, so console is this thing built in the web browsers. So it helps us see the output in the console. Okay, every time we want to see, for example, we want to check out the variable, what it holds, what value it holds, and all that stuff. So we can use console log, and we want to log the message. Let's see what's in this variable. Okay, save and go to the browser and refresh. You can see undefined. So by default, every time you create a variable, by default, unless you assign any value, it will have this default value of undefined. Okay, but as soon as you assign some value to this one, message equals to either. Okay, so now not only that I declared a variable, I assigned a value to that variable as well. So if I console log now and refresh, as you can see, hi there. Undefined was the default one, but now that I have assigned value, it is output. We can see the output. So it's pretty simple. Declaring a variable using the var operator, give a name, which is also known as identifier, and then we just now in JavaScript these variables, they are only placeholder. Okay, they don't hold the actual value, they're just a placeholder. That's the reason why the value can change over time. For example, here I said I gave the value of hi there, but now if I assign a new value to this one, let's say 100. By the way, when you're writing numbers, you don't need to put the quotes around, otherwise it becomes a string. Okay, this is a string, this is a number, also known as integer. So string and integer. Okay, so message I changed now from a string hi there to number 100. So let's see what we see on this. As you can see, it's changed. So variable, as you can see, it's what it holds varies. So this is absolute basics about JavaScript variables. All right, and we also learn about the statements. This is the statement. This is the JavaScript statement. We end with the semicolon. All right. So a couple of things we learn in this lesson: variables, identifiers. This is an identifier, the name of the variable or function. We learn to write comments, and we learn about the JavaScript statements. All right. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you.